I walked into my own home and found my husband Ethan in bed with my sister Chloe. My heart stopped. The man I loved for 7 years, the sister I grew up with. They betrayed me in the worst way. I'm Emma, 34, and this is how my life imploded. 3 months ago. My hands shake as I type this. The image of them together, in our bed, haunts me. How could they do this? Why? I thought I had a perfect marriage, a family I could trust. I was so wrong. Let me take you back to that gut-punching moment and how it all unraveled. It was a Tuesday. I'm a graphic designer in Portland, Oregon, often stuck at my studio until 8 p.m. Ethan, 35, works as a project manager at a tech firm, usually home by 5. That day, a client canceled, so I left early. I was excited. Maybe Ethan and I could grab takeout, cuddle with our dog Max. I pulled into the driveway, noticed Chloe's car. Weird, but not alarming. She'd been coming over a lot since moving back to Boise. I figured they were working on some project. Ethan had gotten her a job at his company. I trusted him. God, I was naive. I walked through the front door, called out, "Ethan? Chloe?" No answer. Max greeted me, tail wagging, but the house felt off. Too quiet. I headed upstairs, heart pounding for no reason I could name. Then I heard it. A muffled laugh from our bedroom. My bedroom. I pushed the door open, and there they were. Ethan, shirtless, tangled in the sheets with Chloe. Her hair spilled across my pillow. They froze, eyes wide, like deer in headlights. "Emma," Ethan stammered, scrambling for a blanket. Chloe just smirked. I couldn't breathe. I turned and ran. I ended up at a coffee shop, sobbing into a latte, replaying every moment of our marriage. Ethan and I met at a Portland dive bar 7 years ago. His crooked smile won me over. We bought a fixer-upper, adopted Max, fought over stupid stuff like dishes. Normal couple drama, right? We'd grown stronger through it. Or so I thought. Chloe, 29, was always the golden child. Growing up in Boise, she got new cars, dance lessons, all my parents' love. Linda, 57, and Greg, 58, gave me scraps, a rusty Honda, lectures about curfew. Chloe could do no wrong even when she stumbled home high at 17. I wasn't shocked. When she left for California at 18, chasing some surfer. We barely talked. Until she came back last year. Chloe's boyfriend dumped her in San Diego. She claimed he was cheating, with guys. Sounded like a stretch, but I didn't care. I'd only met him once 2 years ago when Ethan and I visited. He seemed normal, not a double-life guy. Chloe moved in with our parents, jobless, broke. I suggested Ethan help her get work. Big mistake. His company hired her as an assistant in his department. At first I was hopeful. Maybe Chloe and I could reconnect. Instead, she started spending way too much time at our house. She'd be there when I got home, sipping wine, laughing with Ethan about work stuff. I tried to join in, but they'd shut me out. "Inside joke, Em," Chloe would say, winking. The red flags were there. They'd whisper, share long looks, have private jokes. Ethan brushed it off. "We just click at work, babe." I trusted him. But I started noticing things. The bed, I'm obsessive about making it. Pillowcases turned outward. One night, 2 were flipped inward. I asked Ethan if he'd been in bed. He laughed too quick. "What? No, maybe Max jumped up." Max doesn't touch the bed. I checked his phone, found nothing. But they work together 40 hours a week. Why would they text? I felt crazy, like I was inventing a conspiracy. Then came the barbecue at my parents' house. Mom and Dad invited us over. Burgers, music, normal family stuff. Then I saw Ethan walk past Chloe. She grabbed his arm. They leaned in, foreheads touching, whispering. It lasted a second, but it burned into my brain. Chloe caught my eye, smiled, and sipped her drink. My stomach churned. I wasn't imagining this. They were too close. I planned a Seattle getaway to confront Ethan, praying I was wrong. But that moment in our bedroom confirmed it. My husband and my sister. Together. I was ready to burn it all down. I couldn't unsee it. Ethan and Chloe, tangled in my sheets, their betrayal carved into my soul. My hands shook as I gripped the steering wheel, driving aimlessly through Portland's rainy streets. I wanted to scream, to make them feel my pain. Instead, I planned a weekend getaway to Seattle. One last chance for Ethan to come clean. I needed answers, even if they'd destroy me. Spoiler, they did. But the way it all went down? Pure, cringe-worthy chaos that still makes my skin crawl. The getaway started like a dream. Friday night, we checked into a swanky hotel overlooking Puget Sound. Ethan was all charm, holding my hand, whispering sweet nothings over cocktails. We danced to some cheesy cover band, laughed like old times. In bed, he pulled me close, and, for a moment, I almost forgot the betrayal. Almost. My heart screamed, "Ask him!" But I waited, terrified of the truth. Saturday morning, we were sipping coffee, planning a day at Pike Place Market. The sun streamed through the window and I couldn't hold it in anymore. I set my mug down, voice trembling. "Ethan, are you sleeping with Chloe?" His face crumpled. Tears welled in his eyes. "Emma, I'm so sorry," he choked out. My stomach lurched. "Sorry? Sorry?" I pressed, voice sharp. "How long? In our bed? Tell me." He looked away, shame radiating off him. "A few months. Yeah, in our bed. It just happened. We clicked and—" I cut him off, laughing bitterly. "Clicked? You clicked with my sister?" He reached for my hand. I yanked it back. "Don't touch me, you disgusting pig!" The room spun. I grabbed my purse, stormed out, leaving him sobbing. I drove the 3 hours home, tears blurring the highway. When Ethan got back, via Uber, pathetic, he tried to grovel. "Emma, please, I love you, I messed up." I ignored him, packing a bag through my sobs. He kept talking, like his words could fix this. "Chloe came on to me, I was weak." "Oh, spare me," I pointed to the door. "Get out." He grabbed a duffel, muttering apologies, and left for a hotel. I collapsed on the couch, Max licking my tears. The next day, I called my parents. Big mistake. I spilled everything. Ethan, Chloe, the bed. Mom's voice was cold. "Oh, honey, we know. Chloe told us. She's with Ethan now." My jaw dropped. "They knew," Dad chimed in, spineless as ever. "We're sorry, Em, but Chloe's happy. You'll find someone else." I screamed. "She's happy? She stole my husband." Mom sighed like I was being dramatic. "Don't make this harder. Family forgives." I hung up, shaking. They were picking Chloe. Again. Then Chloe had the nerve to text me. A selfie of her and Ethan, his lips on her cheek, captioned, "Feeling on top of the world." She tagged me on Instagram, knowing I'd see it. The comments poured in, our cousins, her friends, all hard eyes and cute couple. I wanted to vomit. She followed it with a message. "Sis, no hard feelings, right? You'll find your soulmate." So. Cringe doesn't even cover it. I blocked her on everything, Instagram, Snapchat, even LinkedIn. Ethan kept texting, begging to talk. I only responded about the divorce. He offered me the house and savings at first, probably guilt. Then, days later, he backtracked. "Chloe thinks we should split the house." Of course she did. I'd already moved the savings to a new account. Screw him. The house was going on the market. I was done. But the real kicker? My parents invited me to dinner to smooth things over. I went, stupidly hoping for support. Instead, Chloe was there, draped over Ethan, giggling like a lovesick teen. Mom smiled. "See? They're good together." Dad nodded like a bobblehead. I stood, chair scraping. "You're all dead to me." I walked out, vowing no contact. My family chose Chloe's happiness over mine. Fine, I'd rebuild without them. But Chloe wasn't done. She posted a video on TikTok, her and Ethan slow dancing in my living room, captioned, "New beginnings." It got 10,000 likes. My phone buzzed with pity texts from old friends. I deleted the app, but the humiliation burned. I was moving to Denver, far from this toxic mess. No one would know where. Not Ethan, not Chloe, not my spineless parents. I was done being their punching bag. But deep down, I knew this wasn't over. They'd come crawling back. And when they did, I'd be ready. The betrayal was a knife in my chest, but my family's betrayal cut deeper. Ethan and Chloe were living their disgusting love story in my house, while my parents cheered them on. I was done. Portland was suffocating me with memories of their lies. I packed my bags, grabbed Max, and moved to Denver, Colorado, without telling a soul. No forwarding address, no goodbye texts. I wanted to vanish. But the drama followed me like a bad smell, and Chloe's next move was so cringeworthy it still makes me gag. Denver was my fresh start. I rented a sunny loft downtown, got a job at a hip design agency, and started therapy. My therapist, Sarah, helped me unpack the rage. Ethan's cheating, Chloe's smirk, my parents' spineless shrugs. "You're grieving a family that never existed," she said. It hit hard. I threw myself into work, made new friends, even went on a few awful dates. One guy spent 20 minutes explaining why ketchup is a vegetable. Hard pass. Life was slowly healing, but my old life wouldn't stay buried. 6 months after I left, a letter arrived. My heart sank when I saw the Boise postmark. It was a wedding invitation. Ethan and Chloe were getting married. The card was tacky, glossy, with a photo of them kissing in a cornfield. Cringe City. Tucked inside was a note from Mom. "Emma, it's time to forgive. Family sticks together. Chloe wants you as a bridesmaid, like she was for you. Come home." I laughed so hard I scared Max. A bridesmaid? For the sister who stole my husband? Were they high? The audacity was next level. I tore the invite to shreds, but the words reopened every wound. I called Sarah, sobbing. "They think I'll just show up and smile?" She told me to write a letter I'd never send. I did, calling Chloe a backstabbing leech and Mom a delusional enabler. It helped, kind of. I didn't respond to the invite, but I had to know who ratted out my address. It was my cousin Jess, who swore she didn't mean to. I blocked her. No more leaks. I thought that was the end of it, but Chloe wasn't done flexing. She posted wedding prep pics on Instagram, her in a poofy dress, Ethan in a tux, captioned, "Forever starts soon." She didn't tag me this time, but mutual friends sent screenshots. One photo showed her wearing my old veil, the one I wore when I married Ethan. My stomach churned. She was taunting me, living my life like a twisted cosplay. I wanted to scream, but I stayed silent. No contact meant no ammunition for her. My parents tried calling a few times. I let it go to voicemail. Mom's messages were pure guilt trip. "Emma, we miss you. Chloe's so happy. Can't you let this go?" Dad left one mumbling, "Your mom's right. Call us." I deleted them. They didn't care about me. They cared about their precious Chloe. The house in Portland sold and I got my half. Ethan fought for more, but my lawyer shut him down. I used the money to buy a small condo in Denver, a place that was mine. Max loved the balcony, and I loved the freedom. I was building a life they couldn't touch, but then Ethan showed up, and it was so awkward, I still cringe thinking about it. I was walking Max in a park near my condo, 9 months after the move. A voice called my name. I turned, and there was Ethan, in a crisp button-down, hair gelled, like he was auditioning for a rom-com. "Emma, please, just talk to me." I froze. Max growled. Ethan looked desperate, hands out like I might bolt. "I'm divorcing Chloe. She cheated on me. Multiple guys. I was an idiot." I blinked, processing the irony. The cheater got cheated on? Poetic. He kept talking, voice cracking. "I don't expect you to take me back, but we need closure. I miss you." Closure. Closure. My blood boiled. He thought he could waltz into my new life and play the victim? I stepped closer, voice low. "You miss me? You slept with my sister in our bed. You don't get closure. You get to live with your mess." His face fell, but I wasn't done. "Chloe's a walking red flag. You thought she'd be loyal? You're dumber than I thought." I turned, Max trotting beside me, and left Ethan, standing there, mouth open. I felt powerful, but shaky. Back home, I called my landlord, a tough ex-cop named Tony. He promised to keep an eye out for Ethan. I thought that was it. But Chloe and my parents were about to pull something so vile, it'd make this look tame. Ethan's pathetic park ambush rattled me. But I thought I'd seen the worst of their nonsense. Wrong. My family was cooking up a scheme so vile it made Chloe's tacky wedding pics look like child's play. I was settling into Denver, my condo, a safe haven. Max, my loyal sidekick. Therapy was helping me rebuild, and I'd even met someone, Lucas, 38, a kind-hearted barista with a laugh that warmed my soul. Life was good. Then my toxic family struck again, and the tension skyrocketed. Their latest move? So cringeworthy it's burned into my brain. It started with a trickle. A year after I went no contact, Mom sent a Facebook message from a new account. "Emma, we're sorry. Can we talk?" I blocked her. Dad tried next, a voicemail. "Your mom's upset. Call us." Delete. I built a fortress around my life. New job, new friends, Lucas. No way was I letting them in. But they kept pushing. Random emails, friend requests from fake profiles. I ignored them all. Then, after my 35th birthday, I got a package. No return address, but the Boise postmark gave it away. Inside? A baby onesie with "World's Best Aunt" embroidered on it. A note from Chloe. "Surprise! I'm pregnant. You're gonna be an auntie. Come home, sis." My jaw hit the floor. Was this a joke? I called Lucas, fuming. "She's pregnant and thinks I'll play happy family?" He hugged me, calm as ever. "She's baiting you. Don't bite." He was right. Chloe was taunting me, dangling a baby to drag me back. I tossed the onesie in the trash, but the nerve of it gnawed at me. I checked her Instagram. Private now, but a mutual friend showed me her posts. Chloe, glowing, cradling a tiny bump, Ethan beaming beside her. Caption: "Our little miracle." Comments from Mom: "So proud of you both." My stomach twisted. They were building a life on my ruins and expected me to clap? Cringe doesn't cover it. I doubled down on no contact, but the pressure kept building. Mom sent a letter, handwritten, dripping with manipulation. "Emma, Chloe's baby needs family. You're being selfish. Forgive us." "Selfish? Me?" I laughed, then cried. Sarah, my therapist, helped me see it. They were desperate for control. I wasn't their doormat anymore. But then Chloe upped the ante. She posted a public video on TikTok, fake tears streaming. "I miss my sister," she sobbed. "Emma, I know I hurt you, but this baby deserves an aunt. Please come home." It went viral. 50,000 likes, thousands of comments. Strangers tagged me, urging me to be the bigger person. I deleted my account, humiliated. The internet was on her side. The real bombshell came a month later. I was at Lucas's coffee shop sketching logos when my phone buzzed. An email from Dad. Subject: urgent. I almost deleted it, but curiosity won. "Emma, Chloe's in the hospital. The pregnancy's high risk. She might lose the baby. We need you, please." My heart raced. Was this another trick? I called Sarah, voice shaking. "What if it's real?" She urged me to verify before reacting. I contacted a Boise hospital, pretending to be a concerned cousin. They confirmed. Chloe was admitted. Complications with the pregnancy. I sat there, torn. Part of me wanted to gloat. Karma, right? But another part, the stupid, soft part, felt a pang. A baby was innocent. Was I a monster for hesitating? I didn't go. I couldn't. Chloe's lies, Ethan's betrayal, my parents' favoritism. It was too much. Instead, I sent a short email. "I hope Chloe and the baby are okay. But I'm not coming. Don't contact me again." I hit send, hands trembling. Lucas held me as I sobbed. "You did the right thing," he said. I wasn't so sure. 2 weeks later, Mom texted from a new number. "Chloe lost the baby. You could have been here." My chest tightened. Guilt and rage collided. Was this my fault? No. They'd built this mess. But the tension was suffocating. I knew they'd try again, and their next move would be even uglier. I braced myself, unaware of the storm about to hit. The guilt from Chloe's miscarriage lingered like a bad dream, but I refused to let it pull me back. Denver was my sanctuary, Lucas, my job, Max, my new life. I'd built walls to keep my toxic family out, but they were relentless, hammering at my resolve. Their next move was so shameless, so gut-wrenchingly cringeworthy, it pushed me to the edge. The tension was unbearable, and I was ready to explode. What they asked of me? It wasn't just forgiveness. It was a sacrifice that would have broken anyone. Buckle up, because this one's a doozy. It started with a barrage. 2 years after I'd cut contact, my parents flooded my inbox with messages. New accounts, fake, names, sob stories. "We miss you, Emma. We're family." I blocked them all. Lucas and I were serious now, talking about moving in together. I was promoted at the design agency, leading a team. Life felt full. Then a certified letter arrived, from a Boise lawyer. My heart sank. Was I being sued? I opened it, hands shaking. It was a medical report about Chloe, with a note from Mom. "Chloe's dying. She needs you. Come home." Dying? I scoffed. Another manipulation, right? But the report looked real. Kidney failure, dialysis, urgent need for a transplant. My stomach churned. I called Sarah, my therapist, freaking out. "Is this a scam? They've lied before." She urged me to verify. I contacted the hospital, posing as a family friend. The nurse confirmed. Chloe was on a transplant list, but her condition was deteriorating fast. A family member was her best shot at a match. I sat on my couch, Max curled beside me, staring at the report. Chloe, my backstabbing sister, needed my kidney to live. The audacity hit like a slap. After stealing my husband, humiliating me online, she wanted a piece of me. Literally? I laughed, then cried. Lucas found me, held me tight. "You don't owe her anything," he said. But the pressure was crushing. Then came the Zoom call. Chloe reached out, begging to talk. I ignored her for weeks, but the messages kept coming. Mom, Dad, even Ethan, all pleading. "Just hear us out." "Fine." I agreed. To a call, no promises. The screen lit up, and there they were. Chloe, pale and frail, hooked to machines. Mom, eyes red. Dad, looking older than ever. Chloe spoke first, voice weak. "Emma, I'm so sorry. I was awful. I want my sister back." Mom jumped in, tears streaming. "We're family. You can save her." Dad nodded. "We're in debt, from her bills. We might lose the house. Help us." I blinked. They wanted my kidney and my money? The nerve was unreal. I let them talk, their desperation spilling out. Chloe sobbed. "I don't want to die. Please, Emma." Mom snapped. "You're her only hope. Don't be selfish." Selfish. That word again. I stayed calm, voice cold. "So you want my body and my bank account? After everything?" Mom gasped, offended. "It's not like that." But it was. I ended the call, promising to think about it. Lucas was livid when I told him. "They're using you." I knew he was right, but a tiny part of me wondered, could I live with letting her die? I needed to know if I was a match, not to save her, but to decide on my terms. I got tested in Denver, keeping it secret. A week later, the results came. I was a perfect match. My heart raced. I could save Chloe, or let her face the consequences. I told my family I'd come to Boise, but only to discuss the transplant. No promises. Lucas supported me, though he hated the idea. "Be careful," he warned. I flew to Boise, nerves on edge. Chloe was in the hospital, weaker than on the call. Mom and Dad were there, all fake smiles. "We knew you'd come," Mom gushed. Then they hit me with it. "Have you thought about helping with our bills?" I stared, dumbfounded. They were begging for cash while I debated giving up an organ. Cringe doesn't begin to describe it. I met with Chloe's doctor, a kind woman who explained the surgery. "You're an ideal donor," she said. "Without you, Chloe has months." I nodded, mind racing. Mom kept pushing. "You'll do it, right? For family?" I snapped. "Stop. I'm here to talk, not commit." That night, alone in a hotel, I weighed it all. Chloe's betrayal, their greed, my own peace. The tension was suffocating. I knew what I had to do, but it would shock them all. My next move would be explosive, and I was ready to light the fuse. Boise felt like a trap, my family's desperation clawing at me. Chloe needed my kidney, my parents wanted my money, and I was done being their pawn. The hospital visit loomed, and I held the power. My perfect match could save Chloe, or I could walk away. The tension was a tightrope, and I was ready to cut it. What I did next shocked them all, burned every bridge, and set me free. This wasn't just closure. It was an explosion of rage and liberation that still gives me chills. I arrived at the hospital, nerves steeled. Chloe was in her room, pale, hooked to machines. Mom and Dad hovered, eyes hopeful. The doctor joined us, ready to discuss the transplant. She reiterated, I was Chloe's best shot, maybe her only one. "Without a donor, she has 6 months, tops," she said. Chloe's eyes locked on mine, pleading. Mom squeezed my hand, whispering, "You'll save her, right?" I pulled away, heart pounding. This was it. I stood, facing them all, voice steady. Let's be clear, I'm a perfect match. I'm the one person who can save Chloe. Chloe's face lit up, tears welling. Mom gasped, "Thank God." But I wasn't done. I turned to Chloe, leaning close. "You stole my husband. You humiliated me. You took everything. And now you want my kidney?" Her smile vanished. I kept going, voice like ice. "I came here to look you in the eyes and say, I'm not saving you. You're a selfish, vile narcissist. You made your bed. Lie in it." Chloe sobbed, clutching the sheets. Mom screamed, "How could you?" Dad just stared, mute. The doctor and nurse stood frozen, jaws dropped. I felt electric, unstoppable. I turned to my parents, rage boiling. "And you? You enabled her. You chose her over me, always. You want my money? My body? Never. The only thing I'd give you is a one-way ticket to hell." Mom lunged forward, crying, "She'll die! You're a monster!" I laughed, bitter. "No, you made this mess. Live with it." I grabbed my bag, looked at Chloe one last time. "Make peace with your choices. You're out of time." I walked out, their shouts echoing behind me. The nurse called after me, but I didn't stop. I was done. Back in Denver, I collapsed in Lucas's arms, shaking but free. "You're incredible," he said, kissing my forehead. I cried, not from guilt, but relief. I'd reclaimed my life. My family tried calling, emailing, begging. I blocked them all. A month later, a cousin texted. Chloe was on dialysis, fading fast. My parents' house was in foreclosure. I felt nothing. They'd built their misery, not me. I deleted the message, moved on. Lucas proposed that spring on a hike with Max. I said yes, tears streaming. We're planning a wedding, small, with my Denver friends, my real family. Now, I'm 37, thriving. My design agency promoted me to creative director. Lucas and I bought a house, a cozy bungalow with a yard for Max. I heard through the grapevine that Chloe passed last year. My parents are broke, living in a trailer. Ethan's, alone, drowning in debt. I don't care. They're ghosts. I'm surrounded by love, Lucas, my friends, my work. I wake up every day feeling light, unburdened. That hospital room was my battlefield, and I won. I didn't just survive their betrayal, I rose above it, stronger, fiercer. They thought they could break me. They were wrong. I'm free, and they'll never touch me again. And here it is, the finale of today's story. Did everything turn out as you imagined? Or did it end unexpectedly? I'd love to hear what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive into the discussion together. If this story kept you in suspense, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? This is your chance to join an incredible community where exciting new stories unfold every day. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date. Thanks for your attention, and see you on your new adventures.